So I have my dad, my grams, and my mom. Okay. At the age of 5, I began playing soccer. At my first game, I was intrigued for the first 5 minutes, then promptly got bored and pretended to be a choo-choo train for the rest of the game. As I got older, I developed a love for soccer. I began travel soccer in middle school and religiously watched the Olympic and World Cup matches on television. I especially loved watching the women's national soccer team with my sister-in-law, who used to play Division I soccer in college. After years of watching the women's national soccer team, I was shocked to have recently learned that the women's national soccer team was paid significantly less than the men's national soccer team. Today, I'm going to persuade you that the United States women's national soccer team should be compensated as much as the men's national soccer team. According to PBS, women who made the World Cup roster received a bonus of $15,000, while the men players received a bonus of $76,000. Also stated in PBS, when the players on the women's team qualified for the 16th round and the quarterfinals of the Olympic Games, they did not receive any bonuses. However, the men received $3.6 million bonuses in the 16th round and then a $5 million bonus for making it to the quarterfinals. As for winning the World Cup as a whole, PBS mentioned that the women received a $1.8 million bonus and the men received a $9.3 million bonus. The Equal Pay Act, established in 1963, ceased wage discrimination based on gender. An organization known as the Equal Employment Opportunity Commissions upholds the rules and regulations of the Equal Pay Act, ensuring that employers give equal compensation to their employees who have similar jobs and perform them well. This also includes bonuses given. As stated in NPR, the United States women's national soccer team is filing a case against the United States Soccer Organization due to the discrimination they have experienced and are now experiencing. On top of the women's national team being paid significantly less than the men's team, the women are bringing in a lot more revenue for the soccer organization. PBS recorded that in 2017, the women's national team was projected to make a total profit of $5.2 million, while the men were projected to make a negative $1 million. The Nation stated that the women's national soccer team has won 3 World Cups and 4 Olympic championships. The Nation also mentioned that in 2015, the women made $20 million in revenue than the men. And during the same year, 25.4 million people watched the Women's World Cup match versus Japan. That World Cup match was the most watched soccer game in the history of the United States. As an audience, I encourage you to support the women's national soccer team and their fight against discrimination. By watching their games and your overall support, this will help their cause to end the unfair treatment they suffer from the Soccer Federation. Today, I have persuaded you that the United States women's national soccer team should receive equal compensation as the United States men's national soccer team. CBC has stated that the 28 players on the women's national team have band together to file a lawsuit in the Los Angeles District Court under the Equal Pay Act and the Title VII of the Civil Rights Act. The women bring in more revenue, have won more titles, and have more viewers than the men's team. This instance portrays the discrimination that women face in the various work fields in the United States today. As I have stated previously, your activism in watching the women's soccer game and your overall support will help bring them a step closer to ending this discrimination.